Okay, hi folks. Where's my headphones? I have tried to produce this video, I'd say about 14 or 15 times, and it's never worked out. So I'm hoping we can actually get this one to go live. Today's video is about the Neewer NW800 microphones. Stick around. Hi. Okay, thanks for joining me. All right, so a while ago, I bought two Neewer NW800 microphones, and the idea was that I would have some cheap microphones that could roll around the car, be dropped on the ground, that I wasn't too worried about. If someone dunked them in their coffee, I wouldn't get upset. And I thought that was a really good idea. And I did this on the basis of some YouTube videos I'd seen doing comparisons, and I thought, well, they don't sound too bad. But I have discovered other issues with these microphones, which has since reversed my decision. So let me take you for a walk through those issues. Now, I numbered these microphones so I can keep track of which one's which, and for some reason that I can't understand, this is microphone A. This is the last one that rocked up. This was a replacement microphone. B and C were the first two that arrived, so of course I've done it backwards. Okay, now just move my Podmic back. All right, so you can see the NW800 is there, just in case you're wondering, and I'm just trying to line up the capsules so they're about the same distance. So this one here and this one here on the arm are the two that rocked up first, but I'm going to switch over to the last one that arrived, and we'll have a look at this first. So I'm just going to kill the Podmic. And we're now on the Neewer NW800, and as you can tell, I'll just put it about the same distance. As you can tell, it obviously sounds very different, and there are some other issues as well. First of all, the handling noise on these microphones is crazy. So you're not going to use these in any handheld environment because it's not going to be workable. All right. The other thing was that the tolerance on the fittings at the end here, I had to play around with my cables because not all the cables are actually perfect, and I found if you had a particular cable in here and this particular fitting on the end, that I would get all crackling as the connections would make and break. So I had to find a cable that was perhaps slightly oversized to make this work. So one issue is the body noise off the microphone. The next issue is the fitting down here. And now I'm going to switch over to microphone C. This thing performs like a trained seal. It's amazing. So just stick around. I'm just going to kill the volume. Actually, I'm not, just mind your ears, all right? Because what I'm going to do is just physically disconnect it and reconnect it. Now, for those of you who have an issue with that with phantom power, making a switch physically or making a switch electronically or connecting two wires or plugging something in is all the same thing. As long as you're not, dicking around with it, it's fine. So what is an issue is the noise level. But there's a reason I want to do this because what I'm going to show you happens quite quickly. So just watch your ears. Okay, wait for it. 1, 2, 3. Hey, it's like going to the seaside or rain on your roof. Now, I compared the levels between the Rode Podmic and with this, and this thing generates about 30 dB of self-noise. So this is why I originally complained, and I got sent this. But the other thing is, after I complained, this one comes in with this self-noise after about 3 or 4 seconds. This one, I found out, does it after about 20-25 minutes. So if you leave this connected, I got sort of into a podcast and it started doing this as well. I'm like, oh my God. So I've got two microphones that do this, that make this noise, and this one so far that doesn't, but also you've got the change in noise quality now, or sound quality, sorry. So I'm just going to go back to the Podmic. Okay, I'm on the Rode Podmic now. Little bit of a difference, right? So both of these are running through my ID22. Both of them I do have the high pass filter on. If I turn the high pass filter off with this noise, it goes crazy. We can actually do that. Hang on a sec. Now, if you've got speakers or headphones can pick that up, there's a lot of low-end rumble in there now. So I'm just going to turn it off. Okay, and we're back. And back to the Podmic. Okay, so we're on the Podmic now. So obviously a big difference in sound quality and, you know, just running through the issues. So we've got this one that makes that instant self noise. We've got this one that currently doesn't do it. All of them have not such a good connection at the end. Oh, God. I'm not filming this again. This is it, all right? This is it. So, you know, 15 or 16 times, you're stuck with this one, guys. So all the bangs and thumps and clunks and the mistakes, they're all yours. So sorry about that. Okay. So, all right. So this is number C. I've actually written crap next to it. This is B. These are the two faulty ones. You haven't heard B yet, I think. So I'm just going to switch over to that one. Okay, I'm still on the Rode Podmic, just switching over to B now. Okay, so this is the Neewer NW800B. I don't think it'll do it during this podcast, but there is more noise on this one. And after about 20 minutes, this will kick in as well. So the next thing is these mounts that came with it. These things rattle like crazy. And I can't get this to do it now, but when I had it on the arm, we were doing a podcast and the guy kept hitting the table and the arm, and it would ring. It would just constantly ring whilst we're doing it, but more like a buzzing ring. And in the end, I just had to stop the podcast and tape the mount up. Now, obviously not the fault of the microphone, and I don't know if you would order a microphone, you know, a kit, whether you get the same mounts as these and also the arm, but the mounts are not great. You do need to pad them up, and the arms are not the most stable. But look, in fairness too, 2 microphones, 2 pop filters, 2 vibration mounts and 2 arms for, I think it was $87 is nuts, right? It's crazy cheap. But the question is this, for $87, I've got something that's unusable, whereas for, in Australia, $150, I've got a Rode Podmic, and I'm going to go back to that. Okay, so if I had a choice between choosing the $150 Rode Podmic or sort of, you know, I guess $20, $30 Neewer NW800s, I know which way I'd go now. These things are unusable. I can't reliably use them in anything I'm going to do. They don't serve the purpose that I got them for, which is really sad. It's what I wanted to do. The other thing is there are other good cheap mics out there. You know, you've got the AT2020 and so on and so forth. There's some great stuff out there, but these things, 2 out of 3 unusable. One that is sort of usable but still has self noise and not very good sound quality. That frequency response, which it's over that side. The frequency response is not the best. So you look. The answer is you get what you pay for, right? And you know, I guess the only sad thing is I looked at the YouTube videos and I thought that, you know, based on those, that these would be okay, and they're not. So if you're looking at thinking of buying these, then I would say, look, think again, save up just a bit more money and get something that's a little better manufactured, that doesn't have the self noise, the handling noise, that doesn't have the self noise, that does have a, you know, better machining quality, that maybe comes with better accessories perhaps. But, you know, this is the last time I will ever be using or seeing these microphones. And I would honestly give them away, but to be frank, I don't think there's any value in that. You know, they're not usable. So look, I hope this has been useful. I certainly fell into that trap. I really wanted this to be great, or, you know, at least good. And I wanted it to be something that was going to be, you know, of benefit to me and to other people. My monitor just went blank. I can't get this job to, I can't get this video to work right. Look, you know what's going on now. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, I really appreciate you sticking around. This is Andrew Poole. I've been talking about the Neewer NW800s. I look forward to your comments. Cheers. Bye-bye.